In a globalized world, quite some shippers and carriers with big transportation equipment investment are facing the challenge of managing huge amounts of transportation resources, such as rail cars. Some of the main questions they have included: how can we optimize our transportation resources? How can we provide our customers with better service, reduce the cost of operations at the same time? SAP Transportation Resource Planning provides answers to these questions. SAP Transportation Resource Planning helps to transform your business model to dramatically increase the visibility of transportation resources in stock and in transit. You benefit from enhanced computation models to determine the current and forecasted supply and demand of empty resources faster, and help you avoid cost-intensive repositioning. Finally, you profit from lower costs by optimizing the transportation and empty resources to fulfill the customer demand at the right time and in the right location. Let's take a look at how SAP Transportation Resource Planning helps you meet these challenges. To start with, you may need more information about the general stock and distribution of your transportation resources. How can I increase the visibility of my transportation resources? With SAP Transportation Resource Planning, you can check for surplus and deficit situation by resource type in selected locations. Get detailed alerts about critical situations. To get information about an upcoming surplus or deficit situation, you need forecasted data about both supply and demand. How can I get a reliable forecast of my future supply and demand situation? SAP Transportation Resource Planning integrates enhanced computation models to forecast the supply and demand levels of empty transportation resources. With SAP Transportation Resource Planning, you can check the forecasted supply and demand situation in selected locations. You can switch to Alert, Status, and Detail View on the map to compare the supply and demand in all locations and resource types. Now, I have a clear view of the supply and demand situation for my empty resources. How can I avoid repositioning of empties and increase the utilization of my resources? How can I reduce the cost per resource? SAP Transportation Resource Planning provides two features for optimizing the supply and demand of your resources: resource balancing and pickup return optimization. You can create, compare, and evaluate different scenarios for correcting an imbalanced supply and demand situation by resource balancing. Then, check the different balancing costs. Once you have decided upon the best scenario, you can finalize it. The activities are sent to your SAP Transportation Management System for execution. In Pickup and Return Work Center, you need to create a pickup or return reset. Then you can have the system perform automatically optimization. Or you can make assignments manually, using the location suggested by the system as a basis. In either case, the updated pickup return locations will be sent to your SAP Transportation Management System and executed there. Your transportation resources contain many KPIs. Can I monitor resource-related KPIs? Yes, you can. In the Home Work Center, you can monitor alerts, idle rates, and supply-demand situation in your locations, and also receive notifications about critical situations. SAP Transportation Resource Planning delivers support for planning, managing, and optimizing the use of your transportation resources. It ensures that the right resources are available to fulfill your customers' demands at the right time, in the right place, and at a minimal cost. SAP Transportation Resource Planning makes a difference for your business.